Happy New Year 2025 and welcome back dito po sa ating lecture room. And I want to give you a reminder of something very important na dapat po na-avail na natin. Alam ko po, marami sa inyo is busy sa pag-renew ng business permit. However, remind ko lang po na meron pa po tayong isang dapat na tandaan. Yes po, I'm referring to the estate tax amnesty under Republic Act number 11956 kasi po meron na po tayong deadline nito and it is forthcoming. Kapos na po tayo sa oras, tumatakbo na po. Deadline that would be until June 14, 2025. So the question is, naka-avail na po ba kayo? Or kung nag-attempt ba kayong mag-avail, nahirapan ba kayong mag-avail dahil merong mga requisites na hinihingi sa inyo? Then, let us try to analyze kung pwede pa ba at makahabol pa ba kayo ngayong June 14, 2025. And we start again with the coverage muna nito. Ano ba ang coverage nitong batas na ito? At meron tayong tawag na estate tax amnesty. Ang coverage po nito is for deaths occurring on or before May 31, 2022. So po, namatay po yung decedent May 31, 2022 pababa, covered po sa estate tax amnesty. Bakit pa po babang babayad tayo ng estate tax? Or yung tinatawag nating inheritance tax before. Pangalan niya ngayon, estate tax. Well, because yung pribilehiyo po na mag-transfer po kayo ng properties doon po sa heirs ninyo, taxable po yan. Yes po, from the moment that you were born until you die, you will be liable to pay taxes. Sabi nga nila, is that Benjamin Franklin, one of the founders of the United States of America, if there is one thing certain in this world, it is death and taxes. So, take note that this Republic Act 11956 gives only the opportunity for those decedent or deceased who died May 31, 2022, pababa ha. Wala pong pataas. Okay? Wala from June 1, 2022 pataas. No. You're covered with the train law. Kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-settle ng estate nyo, malamang baka ma-penalty na kayo. Although yung mga bago pa lang namatay, which I saw because of the, ang daming namatay before the year ends, no? Well, you have 1 year, no, under the train law within which to settle the estate of your loved ones. All right. So, ano ba ang availability date nito? As I said, ito yung last extension, June 15, 2023 until June 14, 2025. So ito po yung pangalawang extension. There was one, first estate tax amnesty, then first extension, then this is the second and final extension po. Alright, ano pa? Tax rate and basis of filing. Ang tax rate po niya is 6%, which is computed at the time of death. And kapag ma-exempt po, no, kasi siyempre, may instances na napakababa, tapos exempted na siya, ang minimum payment po is 5,000 pesos only. Pura lang, no? 6%. So if the decedent died in, let's say, 1985, tapos wala po siya nakasettle ng estate, baka ano po yung value ng property at the time of death, yun po ang ibibasis ng 6%. Hindi po yung value ngayon, ha? It is computed at the time of death. Okay? So, kung ano yung value, paano mo naman ma-prove ang value nung zonal value at the time nung 1985? Paano ko sabihin ng buyer, wala kaming records ng zonal value. Therefore, we will base it today. No. You still have a chance to prove na, okay, I will show the tax declaration. Baka meron kang 1985 tax declaration, makakuha ka po sa assessor's office noon. Or kung wala man, kahit na yung pinakamalapit, 1988, o baka merong kopya si assessor's office. Remember, in the computation of the estate tax, di ba, ano ba ang basihan lang natin? Tax declaration or zonal value, whichever is higher and whichever is available. Kung walang zonal value din, ang babasihan natin is yung tax deck. Yan po ang ginagawa po at dapat po nating tandaan yan in order to help our clients, no? You have to remember that. And of course, ito pa, ang manner of payment, no? Maganda ito kasi cash or installment payment, no? Well, we know for a fact sa installment payment, 2 years po yan. Pwedeng kung may pera, cash yun na, lalo na pag-exempt, 5,000 lang naman. Kung medyo hindi kaya, dahil malaki talaga yung estate, pwede kayong mag-installment payment. Write lang kayo ng letter doon sa commissioner through the revenue district officer of your district kung where the properties are located. Request letter po. And most likely, it will be granted. Bibigyan naman kayo ng chance to settle it, no? Through installments. In fact, you could even request the BIR na would like that one property be issued an e-car para po ibenta namin kasi yung proceeds niyan is that will be used to pay the estate tax. Gagamitin po namin. Papagawan kayo ng affidavit of undertaking, of course. So, sige, allow kayo. Benta isang property. Pero with the undertaking and assurance that proceeds of the sale, ibabayad niyo po sa estate tax, no? Through the estate tax amnesty program. All right. And finally, itong payment and transfer. Gusto ko to emphasize ulit, no? Kasi dito po nagkakaroon talaga ng kalituhan at dami ko pang natatanggap po ng mga messages, comments, attorney, hindi pa rin kami inaalaw ng magbayad po ng estate tax. Now, payment and transfer po, klaro po sa batas. Republic Act 11956 and Revenue Regulations number 10-2023 po mismo ng BIR. Ang sinabi po is that ang payment and transfer are distinct from each other. Two different process po siya. They are distinct from each other. Balikan lang po natin yan. Because we have to understand bakit ganun. Okay. Kasi sa batas po natin, ang inamendahan po under Section 2 yung dating extension. Kasi na-found out nila, despite the fact that there was an estate tax amnesty na gigrant ng government, maraming hindi nakaka-avail. Kasi ang number one reklamo nila, hindi po kami maka-avail dahil hinihingian po kami ng extrajudicial settlement. Inayos po yan ng Kongreso dito sa Republic Act number 11956 na sinasabing separate talaga ang proseso ng dalawa. Kaya nagtataka ko, bakit po ayaw tanggapin ng mga examiners na, hindi, I will not act on your application because we need an AGS. True, kung ang debts occurring June 1, 2022 pataas hanggang ngayon, okay, I will not argue with that because kasi ang batas ditong Republic Act 11956, nagsabi siya na applicable lang ito sa mga kamatayan na nangyari noong May 31, 2022 pababa. So, at hindi naman sinabi ng batas na it will apply prospectively. Wala, no? Walang sinabi. So, ibig sabihin, okay, I will agree with that. However, kung nag-apply po ng estate tax amnesty at ang kamatayan is May 31, 2022 pababa, dapat po i-allow po ninyo ang payment by the execution of what we call estate tax amnesty return na sworn ETAR. Tapos dapat mag-issue po ang BIR ng acceptance form po niyan that they are availing of the amnesty. Okay. Now, so let us try to check itong itong separate process na ito nga, isa application for payment and the transfer process. Palakihin po natin sila. Okay po. Ito po inamendahan, no? At ang sabi po nga dito, the application for payment of estate tax shall be a distinct and separate process from the application for transfer of properties. Mahirap pa ba intindihin yun? I mean, it's easy to understand, no? Na ang intention talaga ng batas is that separate siya. Klaro man yan. Ibig sabihin, tayo pa ng batas, provided however, that the proof of settlement of the estate, whether judicial or extrajudicial, shall only be required by the BIR for the issuance of the e-car, for the transfer of properties, and not for the purpose of filing and payment of the estate tax. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kailangan ng AGS. You have to pay. You can pay the estate tax without the AGS. Separate nga sila eh. Klaro po yan ng batas. Bakit po hindi tinatanggap ng iba? Now, as I have understood from the time that we started making about video lectures on estate tax amnesties, marami po ang nakakagets na nito, no? And I think after that siguro there were some explanations on this and talagang tinatanggap na, no? Pwede na po, separate process. Pero meron pa rin iba kasi nagko-comment yung attorney, hindi pa rin kami tatanggap. Sabi ko, kailan ba namatay ang decedent? Sabi niya, namatay before May 31, 2022. Kailan? 1990. Oh, bakit hindi tanggap? Eh, baka mag-execute ka ng sworn ETR. Hindi talaga, attorney, ayaw daw kasi wala daw talaga sa rules yan. Yan ang problem, no? Now, I am not saying that they do not know it, but I think the RDO knows it. Kasi siya man yung, sa district nila, siya ang implementing agency. Siya ang alter ego ng commissioner per district yan, no? So, yung revenue district office nila. So, malamang po yung nandoon sa baba na nakatanggap noon, possibly, hindi na nakasali sa seminar or hindi nabantayan at inirefuse. Sabi nyo, hindi na lang kami magtuloy. Huwag po. As much as possible po is that idulog nyo po doon sa revenue district officer. And I would assure you, and I think, no, I will not assure you, but I think they know for a fact that these two are separate and distinct. Now, sa paglapit po nyo doon, ako suggestion ko, gawin nyo pong in writing. Sulatan nyo. I will show you a sample. No? You could use this as a reference. No? Ito po yung letter na gagawin natin. Basahin natin. Dear BIR official's name, no? I am writing to formally request assistance regarding the payment of estate tax under Republic Act number 11956 and RR number 10-2023. Recently, I attempted to pay the estate tax under the estate tax amnesty program without submitting an extrajudicial settlement of the estate. However, the assigned examiner at your district office refused to act on my application. I explained that my intention is limited to paying the taxes only and not the process of transfer of properties at the time because as the heirs have not yet reached an agreement regarding the settlement of the estate. Republic Act 11956 explicitly provides that the application for the payment of estate tax is a distinct and separate process from the application for the transfer of properties. As such, proof of settlement of the estate, whether judicial or extrajudicial, is required only for the issuance of the electronic certificate authorizing registration or e-car, necessary for property transfer. This requirement does not apply to the mere filing and payment of estate tax. Given these clear provisions, the submission of extrajudicial settlement should not be treated as a prerequisite for the payment of estate tax under the amnesty program. The requirement for an AGS pertains only or solely to the issuance of the e-car, which is an entirely separate process from the filing and payment of the estate tax. In light of the foregoing, I respectfully request your office to facilitate the acceptance of my estate tax payment under Republic Act 11956. I trust that the matter will be resolved promptly in accordance with the applicable laws and regulations. Thank you for your kind attention on this matter. I look forward to your favorable response. Bakit po kailangan natin isulat in writing? Alam niyo po, the best evidence that you did apply and you were refused is true in writing. Kailangan niyo po yan. Ma-document. Because that is an evidence to prove. Later on a different forum, kung sakaling gusto niyo mag-complain, kung ayaw pa rin ng RDO. Despite the fact that the decedent died May 31, 2022 pababa. And then you could go to the Commissioner of Internal Revenue or you could go to other forums ng ating government like the Ombudsman, the ARTA, the Civil Service Commission for that matter, no? To complain, no? Because this is a matter that would be prejudicial to the interest of the taxpayer kapag hindi po tayo pinabail. Di ba? It will damage us because we are given this privilege. It's just a temporary thing, transitory. Hindi po ito forever na may amnesty. Gusto namin mag-avail. Please let us avail. Yan po ang intention ng batas, to avail. No? So that we could avail. And that the government could also collect taxes, no? Especially sa estate tax. Kaya yan po ang pamamaraan. So, I hope that I was able to clarify and remind you na meron po tayong deadline na yan. And I hope that you will use this for your own learnings. And of course, do not forget to share this knowledge doon po sa ating mga kasamahan. Kasi nga, ito pong estate tax amnesty na ito, para po ito sa lahat. Yung hindi pa nakakaalam, sabihan po ninyo. Kung hindi, pakishare na lang po itong video lecture na natin na meron pong estate tax amnesty na availment. May deadline po tayo. Last na lang po ito, June 14, 2025. Huwag na po tayo magpatagal. Huwag na po tayo mag-cramming. Huwag na po tayo mag-procrastinate. Huwag po na tayo mag-Pinoy attitude na bukas na lang, bukas na lang. Huwag po. Let's do it now when we could do it. Alright? So, thank you so much, guys. And hope to see you again sometime, no? And of course, sa Saturday, we will have a live lecture, 7 o'clock in the evening, inviting you in advance, although I'll post it. No? Magandang gabi po at Happy New Year po sa inyong lahat. And Sukran.